The ideas that would later become known as Pan-Africanism began to solidify in the 19th century. African American and West Indian leaders such as Martin Delany, Alexander Crummell, and Edward Blyden all encouraged Black people in the Americas to voluntarily migrate to Africa. These early Pan-Africanist voices emphasized the commonalities between Africans and Black people in the Western Hemisphere. Delany, who believed that Black people could not thrive alongside whites, advocated for African Americans to separate from the United States and establish their own nation. In 1859, he led an immigration commission to West Africa to explore potential sites for a Black nation along the Niger River. Visiting Abeokuta, Ogbomosho, and Ilorin, he famously stated, "We are a nation within a nation. We must go from our oppressors." Ultimately, Martin Delany's plans were cut short as he had to return to America upon the outset of the Civil War, where he became a decorated war veteran, leading the war effort to end slavery in the United States. While Alexander Crummell and Edward Blyden were so committed to their ideals that they both relocated to West Africa and became leading figures in establishing the states of Liberia and Sierra Leone. Today, Martin Delany, Alexander Crummell, and Edward Blyden are considered central figures in Pan-Africanism and are even regarded by some as the fathers of Black nationalism. Although Delany, Crummell, and Blyden laid the foundations of Pan-African thought, the intellectual W.E.B. Du Bois is widely considered the father of modern Pan-Africanism. Du Bois advocated for the study of African history and culture and was one of the most prominent scholars of Africa in the 20th century. He was instrumental in developing a theory of anti-colonial nationalist ideology with Pan-Africanism as its foundation. However, Du Bois was not alone in his thinking. In 1897, Henry Sylvester-Williams, a West Indian lawyer, formed the African Association in London to promote Pan-African unity, especially throughout the British colonies. Sylvester-Williams, who had connections with West African dignitaries, believed that Africans and those of African descent living in the diaspora needed a forum to address their common challenges. In 1900, he organized the first Pan-African Convention in collaboration with several Black leaders, including Du Bois, representing various countries of the African diaspora. For the first time, opponents of colonialism and racism gathered for an international conference. Held in London, the event attracted global attention, introducing the term Pan-African to the international lexicon and establishing it as part of the standard vocabulary among Black intellectuals. The efforts of these early Pan-Africanists laid the groundwork for a new generation of leaders to come, such as Marcus Garvey, George Padmore, Kwame Nkrumah, and others, whose work would inspire Pan-African revolutions across the diaspora. We'll explore this in our next video, The Pan-Africanist, the Second Wave. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our content. And please share your feedback in the comments.